better than the Bengals. Literally better than them.
Beat them.
Not just, you didn't come into Foxborough and win. We went to Cincinnati and made ourselves some Skyline chili. Here's the best road wins. Who had the best win on the road? Was it the Vikings beating up the lowly Giants? No. Cowboys beating up on the lowly Browns? No. Steelers, Falcons, you can't really move around. Texans, maybe Texans, they did give up 27 points. Or is it Patriots in their defense holding the mighty Cincinnati Bengals to 10 points in their building? And why did it happen? Oh, guess who's back and healthy? Christian Gonzalez, who shut down Jamar Chase. The rumors in the locker room like he's not getting a contract on my back. That's what it is. Like, okay, so that was Jamar on the right-hand column. Last year, Christian Gonzalez, before he got hurt, shut down Tyreek, shut down Garrett Wilson, who we play in a few weeks. So our defense is solid. We already have an identity. We already have a logo. Take them to the hill, which is what we were saying at the end of the game. Ooh. Yeah. And a logo. Logo is a flying Patriot.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be on a hill. I'm not done.
Oh, sorry.
And as Coach Mangini says, as you know, you don't need to put out someone else's candle to make yours burn brighter. But wristwatch is in full effect. One of our producers had the bright idea. Wow, instead of pantomiming what's wrong with Joe Burrow's wrist, why don't you show all the times he was grimacing and holding his hurt wrist? Joe Burrow is not 100%. Watch the game. They does not look like old brown-haired Joe Burrow. He looks like this new Joe Burrow with blonde hair who has a hurt wrist.
All the times. It's the same time, one time over and over again.
To be totally honest with you, bro, we have some footage restrictions. So I'm asking the audience to do a little homework ourselves.
8 times we've seen this same.
We can't run a minute worth of Joe Burrow footage, and then when we do the bud list, we're just showing practice footage all the time. That's our little inside football there about the licensing of the footage.
So here's the thing. The Patriots obviously are not better than the Bengals.
Just time out. We had a contest.
A literal contest.
A literal contest, and we won.
I know.
Then go take away all the gold medals from everybody and give them to the silver medalists.
I know it's frustrating.
What are we talking about? No allows you
Give Chikari the goal.
And
He should have got the goal.
What are we talking about?
I know it's frustrating, and I know it feels like that's how it should go after week 1.
Yeah.
But that's why we have a committee, and that's why it's a rich tapestry. Wow. But that's also not really what I wanted to say.
Fair.
I wanted to say, unlike Brew and Greg, I follow Wilds on social media.
Yeah.
And I do fear he is getting a little high on the Patriots supply. Can we show his tweet, please, Dusty? Take him to the hill.
Take him to the hill.
Greater than do your job.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Take him to the hill.
Wilds. Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time, you say.
Yeah.
He has 6 Super Bowl rings. You say 8.
He does have 8.
Okay. Gerard Mayo.
Take him to the hill.
You're a little too ebullient about what the Patriots did in week 1. I'm happy for you, and I moved them up 1. But it's a little too much.
True story. I'm not trying to be jokey. There was a big story when Gerard Mayo and the new Patriots staff took down all the do your job signs and signage in the building. It was like, oh my God. And he was turning the page from the Belichick era. Yeah. And I felt there's a good chance we can get caught in just like the Celtics were caught in the Larry Bird era, And everyone's always caught in their previous era. He's turned the page very quickly.
I agree.
It's gone. And do your job is gone. Take him to the hill. Holy God.
I agree.
Take him to the hill.
But
it could be a song.
I'm just
it could
saying
be a rallying cry.
Sometimes week 1 great wins are a sign of things to come. And sometimes they're Brian Dable with the Giants having Saquon go for 2 and everyone loves it. And now 24 months later is on the hot seat.
Just really quickly. I swear to God, and then we'll go to break. I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. What was the Giants' slogan that year? Take him to the hill. Hey, I'm Coach of the Year. You got a slogan? No. Then who cares? We're going to take you to the hill after the break. Take him to the hill.
Excellent running game. Excellent. Trent Williams looked great. Their weapons look great. It's hard to find anywhere they're not excellent. There's maybe one place I think they might not be excellent, but they're excellent almost everywhere. And then at the very top, unbothered. Kansas City Chiefs. How was everybody else this weekend? How were the other, Greg, veteran quarterbacks? What was their, last few days like? Because we know Lamar, tried to do his Mike Allstott, and he ended up, I don't know if we can show it or not. We saw Lamar, there was a lot of that. Josh Allen, he decided he needed to go Superman mode. Now all of a sudden you see the wrap on his wrist. Yeah. Joe Burrow, Wild's on wristwatch with him because he's taking hits like that. What was Patrick doing over the weekend? Let's just see if we. Oh, that's nice. Just chilling, hanging out in the U.S. Open, drinking some honey deuces with celebrities, watching some tennis. They stay atop the tiers. They are rested and ready. Greg Jennings, that is the Week 2 tiers.
Nick.
Yeah.
This might be the worst.
Oh, I thought it was going to be complimentary.
that
I
I've
did
seen.
too. The worst?
The worst.
What's the problem?
It starts.
I have your Texans high.
Yeah, you do. But it starts with the fun but flawed. And I'm going to point out the Chicago Bears.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like great defense?
No, let me
Monsters of the
speak,
Midway?
please. Because I picked this team to make the playoffs,
Yeah.
as you did. But you accelerated
Have the best
them to
record in the
Super Bowl.
league.
But when you look at the way that they played on Sunday, how different is it than what the Steelers did? And you have the Steelers much lower than them. And the Steelers played a more formidable opponent in the Falcons.
We
who
think.
Well, you have them on the
got
tiers
Tennessee
higher
as the
than
worst
Tennessee.
team in the
Tennessee is considered the worst team as your tiers are projected
There's no
right now.
worst team.
You're-
They're on the bottom row. They're one of
Look,
the
the Bears.
Yeah,
The Bears. What we saw with the Chicago Bears, you have to slowly progress them up. You can't start them this high.
I dropped them.
No,
they were higher. I had to drop them. You weren't here last
Oh
week.
my goodness!
They were higher.
What are we
had-
really doing?
What do you mean? What are we
like
doing?
Caleb? Look, I'm excited about what he has the potential to be. He's not there yet. Clearly, they need an identity crisis to be resolved on offense because he's not going to just roll out and just throw the ball 30, 40 times and be magical like we saw in the preseason. Eberflus, what he needs to check is what they're doing to support the young man and run the ball a little bit more, get more than 11 first downs, average more than 2.8 yards on offense. Like, do something more so that we can see more. But for right now, to have them fun but flawed, what's fun about them?
Well, their defense and special teams. Right. I mean, what do you mean?
Who watches?
And a block punt touchdown.
wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, raise your hand if you're on a team this week that scored on defense and on special teams.
Raise your hand.
That's only Chicago Bears hands up.
No, raise your hand if you watch the Chicago Bears to see defense and special teams.
Literally, that's the only reason anyone's watched them for 70 years. 85 years. I mean, what are you talking about? So, monsters of the Midway. I mean, what do we mean?
This is terrible, man.
It's not terrible.
The Bears cannot be this high on tiers.
All right. Well, it's not the standings, but they are tied for the best record in all of football. And I think the offense, if there's any offense you expect to get better, it's the one with the new offensive coordinator, a rookie star receiver, and a rookie quarterback. So, yeah, give me a break.
Well done, Greg. I'm only going to focus on one team, but I'd be remiss, as I said yesterday, if I didn't mention the Eagles. Look, Jalen Hurts has to play better, but the funk is gone. Saquon Barkley was fantastic, so the Eagles should be up. Now, the team I'm focusing on, the Ravens, fun but flawed. The Ravens, Nick, I'm going to tell you exactly how high I want them. I want them right between the Chiefs and the Niners.
I buy that.
They are the second best team in football. I thought, and I meant to say this Friday, but I didn't. I thought we were watching on Thursday the two best teams in football. And then after seeing all the teams play this weekend, I feel stronger about that. They went into the Chiefs' house, and no, they did not kick up their feet.
No.
But they made a little noise. They caused a bit of a commotion. They were not easy guests in that house. They literally lost by an inch.